Welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Sean Anderson from Ponca City Public Schools, and we have the head coach of the Pohai boys basketball team, Ivan McFarlin. Coach McFarlin, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Well, the Wildcats are on the road, back-to-back games on the road. Friday, Putnam City, and then Saturday, turning right around and going back down to Putnam City North.
Mhm.
Let's start with Putnam City. What do you know about Putnam City, and what do you expect your Wildcats are going to face?
They're a pretty good team. Just like us, I think they've had some good wins. They've had some very bad losses, but they're a good team. Like any other team in our conference, uh, you're going to expect a lot of athleticism. They're going to work hard. Obviously, being at home, so they're going to have a little bit more energy there. Just our guys, we just got to keep the momentum going like we did in our last few games, and just be very play hard, play tough,
Right.
and just give it your all.
Yeah. Putnam City North on Saturday. Um, how are they as a team? How are they as
Uh,
compared to Putnam City? Is it a tale of two different teams?
well, tell two different teams. Obviously, Putnam City, they're a good team, but Putnam City North they're one of those teams at the top, and
Yeah.
they're good all around. Good defense, good offense, well coached. So we really have to be on top of our game. What I tell guys, you got to have a near perfect game on the road because there's a lot of things against you. But I think that they're ready for the challenge.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say when your athletes get in a game like that with the Putnam City North, a team that both sides of the floor, they're dominating a lot of teams in the state. Is that an opportunity for your athletes to learn to learn and experience that level of competition that perhaps they are learning things that they wouldn't against weaker competition?
Well, for the older guys, I think they already been through this before,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
uh, I felt they've done a good job. Obviously, all my seniors that have played as spurts this year, they've talked to the younger guys and just let them know that hey, like when you're in the game,
yeah.
like we can't do these mistakes, and
Right.
it's just we have one of the hardest conferences in the state,
Yeah,
if not the hardest.
yeah,
And these guys, they're being asked to go out there and play, give 100% every night, and I can only give just great praises about that because for somebody that don't really understand how a basketball season in high school goes, it's pretty intense, ups
yeah,
and downs,
yeah.
different things in between. But um, they for the most part this season have done very well. We've had some. The record may not show it,
Right.
but a lot of people can see the effort that they do give when they play. So
Yeah, for sure. Well, you can see the Wildcats in action coming up Tuesday, the 15th, when Midwest City makes their way into Robson Fieldhouse to take on the Wildcats. We want you to get there. We want you to show up and support and back the Cats as they take on Midwest City. And then after that, and that'll be the final home game of the season, right?
yes,
So it'll be your last opportunity to see the Wildcats in action this season at home on Tuesday, the 15th. So we don't want you to miss that opportunity. Then it's off to the playoffs. You already know the first game in the playoffs is going to be against Booker T. Washington. And not to ask you to look too far ahead, I know I've already asked you about Putnam City North, and but Midwest City and Booker T. Washington definitely going to be the first round playoff matchup. What kind of how does that work? How do they decide what teams you're going to get matched up with in the playoffs?
well they do it by ranking and
Okay.
they do it by your record. So obviously, if we have if we was say 8-10,
Yeah.
we'll probably be playing somebody towards the middle. But
Okay.
when you have a low record like us right now with 3-16, um, we're at the last tier of the ranking. So they just match it up. If 16 versus one, and we just have um, the unlucky draw playing Booker T. But
Right.
the good thing about it, we've played them before.
Yeah.
We know what they do. very well, and we can make some corrections. Hopefully, down the line. But um, you know, that's how it's dealt, and you got to win those games early. So
team leaders, those players that have shown up in practice, they're setting a good example for the younger players, and they're always giving it their all. Who would you give shout outs to?
I know I normally give shout outs to my captains, Isaac Valencia and Brooks Revar, Grant Dye. I have a couple of new guys that I feel that have stepped up not only on the court but off the court as well. For me, Nate Patel, he's a senior this year too. He's really been getting from me. He's got a lot of gripe from me because I feel that he can be a real good player for our team, and he's shown that this year. Obviously, the young guys. I think Tay Moore is coming into form as a young sophomore. Obviously, Mason Mather and Nick Thompson. Those juniors are really trying to get themselves ready for next year. So those guys give a lot of credit to, for this, these last couple of weeks. They really are trying to buy into the Wildcat system.
Yeah, stepping up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, we want you to get to Robson Fieldhouse on the 15th to watch our Wildcats take on Midwest City. And we certainly appreciate Coach McFarlin being our special guest on this edition of Coach's Corner. Coach, thank you, and I know we'll be talking again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Coach's Corner with head coach Ivan McFarlin of the Pohai Wildcat basketball team. Until next time, remember, Wildcats, hold that line.